Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, Notre Dame fans. I'm Mike Singer, with me, Robbie Toma. I almost forgot one of them there. Live with this week's Toma's Take Show. A former Notre Dame wide receiver, going to be breaking down the Irish's win over Arkansas and looking ahead to what's next for the Fighting Irish. Folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to the Blue and Gold YouTube channel for more content. And this show is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and no one's going to get you ready for Academy or game day like Academy. So swing by your local store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys to Yeti, to shoes to camo. I mean, you got hunting gear to Stanley's. I mean, what doesn't Academy have? You can, I everything. So go to academy.com and be a watch party legend with gear from top brands like Nike and Under Armour, all at unbeatable prices every day. For those in the Hoosier State, you got 8 stores across Indiana and a new store coming soon to Mishawaka. So check it out, academy.com, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Eric says, what's up, boys? Another victory Monday.
Amen. Amen, Eric. Amen.
So I know what's happened for Notre Dame to turn this thing around, by the way. You see like this blue light behind me?
That's what turned it around?
I had it green. Light? I had it green after the first, it's usually blue, and I was like, I'm going to switch it up. I have all these different colors. I've always just done blue or green or maybe like a gold. I switched it to blue after the A&M game. I was like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that this is the reason.
Little press, change, rearrange for you there, huh?
And it worked, bro. So I think Notre Dame runs the table now.
Had nothing to do with the defense. No, I'm kidding. We still got a lot to talk about the defense, but no, I'm stoked for 2 dominant performances, and 56 seems to be the lucky number, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, how about that? A 56-13 win over Arkansas on the road against an SEC team. And I feel like if Notre Dame would have went there, Robbie, and wins 41-37, like most people were predicting that type of score, it would have been like, oh man, what a good hard fought win for Notre Dame. The defense. Now the narrative is like Notre Dame just shut down the Arkansas football program. It's like Arkansas is terrible, and I think that's a really poor narrative.
I guess that's how good we are. You never want to see somebody get fired, but that's a bummer. That guy got fired right after the game, but I mean, we beat their ass pretty damn good at home.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot to talk about. You mentioned the defense. CJ Carr just keeps going berserk. I'll pull up one of his passer stats.
It's remarkable what he's doing. And I was able to kind of look at the first half in depth a little bit more, and there were still a couple of things that he missed that I'm sure he's kicking himself in film. But I mean, the kid's playing out of his mind, and it's awesome to have a quarterback like that. And obviously, our defense was able to kick themselves in the ass and kind of get back into shape after giving up 13. But man, CJ's a hell of a player.
When you were watching that first half, were you kind of thinking that
that first drive was actually pretty
scary, right? Yeah.
They I think the first play they'd run a motion, and we were in clear man, but Christian Gray was able to really, kind of lock up that under route. And then right after that, we give up a big run for the quarterback, one right down the seam. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
But they were able to turn it around. I think we got a 3-and-out shortly after that. So, happy for the defense that they were able to, come back from it instead of just creating more and more opportunities for the other team.
Was there anything that you thought that they did differently or defensively, or was it really just executing?
I mean, if we're looking at it in terms of, I took a look at the Power Football, the notes again.
PFF,
the PFF. I think our top 4 rushers were coming out of the graded rushers were coming up from the linebackers. So our D line is still looking, even though we had a few sacks, they're still not getting as much pressure. I mean, there's some times where that guy had a lot of time to throw. I think in that 3-and-out, I counted over 5 to 6 seconds for that guy to throw. Lucky thing, I think number 8 was on it, but he had a real nice kind of pass breakup. But our D line is still, I think, kind of a issue for us.
Yeah. I said going into this game, Robbie, that like what Notre Dame, like we're gonna find out exactly what Notre Dame is against Arkansas, and I think that what Notre Dame showed against Arkansas is this football team.
Yeah,
like it's game 4. Like this is it's all right. We're gonna know now what was an anomaly, what was what wasn't, and I think. I don't know if the offense is going to keep putting up 56, but I think that the offense is just high flying, Robbie. And I think that the defense is they're going to give up touchdowns. But I think, if they can just offset some of that with like game changing, momentum swinging plays to make it go like, hey, Notre Dame's up 27-20, but hey, they got this turnover now. It's 34-20 and Notre Dame can run away with this thing. Like they're going to give up plays. You just got to hope it's going to be more bend but don't break, more field goals instead of touchdowns. And, if Notre Dame can keep an opponent under 20 points, the Irish should win every single game the rest of the way. And it's not a great schedule to finish out the season, Robbie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think one of my favorite exchanges from the game was towards the end of at the end of the second half. I think we scored with 35 seconds left, and we popped the ball out. So those were plays that we were used to watching in 2024. Right. Those were routine plays that we were accustomed to that we did not get in the first 3 games. So it was good to see that. And then obviously Coach Denbrock, I thought he was absolutely dealing.
Dude,
he was dealing, and we got to give love to our O-line. They have been playing at an elite level, especially with a freshman quarterback. So I don't know how much of the credit goes to CJ and getting the guys in the correct protection, but whatever's being called, these O-linemen are 100% protecting this guy, and also very effective in the run game, obviously.
Robbie, so when we do these shows, we typically just will talk about the Notre Dame game.
Sure.
How much do you how deeply could we get into like the college football playoff and like the big picture things of college football? Like what? I gotta talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I got the what's it called? The YouTube TV, the multi-screen running. Couple beers flowing through the system after a victory. Obviously, obviously, I'm not watching it in terms of really dissecting or
no, that's not
studying
what I mean.
Teams, but
I'm talking more about like
we can get into it.
Notre Dame and kind of like how they're viewed nationally, like from a big picture landscape of college football, and within the fan base. And I don't want to jump too much ahead. And I'm Mike Singer. For folks just joining, I'm Mike Singer. Of course, Robbie Toma, former Notre Dame wide receiver, fan favorite for the Irish early in the Brian Kelly days. Please hit the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel for more content.
I think I know where you're getting at. Are you asking if we're going to the college football playoff right now?
Basically,
I mean, listen. All bias aside, we played 2 which I think very decent teams. They're not great in Miami and A&M.
Really? You don't think they're great?
I don't. I mean, listen. I watch things because I love Notre Dame so much. So I've learned to be not so biased, but I did not think Miami was that much better than us. So A&M was better than us. So it's still early to call these teams great, right? Like everybody said Arch Manning was going to be some great quarterback, and look what we're getting over there. So I'm very hesitant on saying great, but I think they are top 10 teams. I think we are as well, and I think I do think we make it into the playoffs. It is very telling that we only went from 22 to 21. Even though we really beat up the last two opponents. So you can tell that there is going to be a little bit of hesitance by the committee because of the 2 losses. But if A&M and the U run the table, I think we have no problem getting in the college football playoffs as long as we finish it out undefeated.
Yeah. There's a lot to discuss here. I did a video with a national writer on 3. I think you guys should go watch it. I think it was really good stuff. His name's Ari Wasserman. And he, because he wrote an article, and it was basically like, are you guys ready for the season-long debate about should a 10-2 Notre Dame team get in? And he said at the top, he was like, hold on, let me pull this tweet up.
Well, while you pull that up, everybody's going to give us that bullshit. Hey, we're not in a conference. I mean,
that's just bullshit. That's just
but that's the argument that's going to happen.
If anything,
right?
It hurts Notre Dame.
And then you're going to get a clown like James Franklin say something stupid about not joining a conference when that guy, I think, is not a very high level football coach.
So Ari put up a sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
So Ari put out a top 10, and at the start of the video, he was like, "I was tempted to put Notre Dame in here, like just off of who the best teams are."
Sure.
Like you can definitely make the case. So for like that reason, plus the reason of college football's chaos, these teams beat each other up. If Notre Dame runs the table and goes 10-2, they're probably going to make it in. Because
I mean, I hate to say this though, but our D line is, I think, the only thing keeping us out of being a top 10 contender right now.
Okay.
For just strict pressure reasons.
And they're going to beat all these teams. They're going to beat up all these.
Oh
teams.
Yeah, we will. I'm very confident we will.
Yeah.
But I do think that late in the season we had a lot of pressure, which created a lot of turnovers. James, right on, Eric. I hear you on that. But if we're talking college football playoffs, we're going to get some stupid commentary from guys like James Franklin. But we do need our D line to pick it up in order to be competitive.
Yeah. To kind of and then we can move on to finish my thought on this is, and then if you have any extra thoughts on Robbie, is with all of that being said, though, Notre Dame does need help. The AP poll right now is more of just like it's just a screenshot, or it's like a snapshot of what the landscape is of the top 25. This is not perfect. This is the ESPN FPI. This is not even.
Oh yeah, I was like, there's no way
Notre Dame was 6 there. No, Notre Dame was 6 in the FPI. I don't Football Power Index ESPN, but anyways, like. If the playoffs happen right now, Notre Dame would not get anywhere near it, right? So Notre Dame does need help. Do I think they're a top 10 team and deserve to be in the playoff? I think based on like how good Notre Dame is, I think yes. But for those who are just saying, and like I brought up the Ari video because the comments, like 80% of the comments are just like 10-2. What are you talking about? Notre Dame gets in. It's just like it's a black and white thing. I'm like, I think some of you have lost brain cells this season. Like, what are we talking about here? Because like after A&M, everyone was like, we're not making a bowl game. Fire the staff. Like this is terrible. And now 2 weeks later, we're going 10-2. We're a shoo-in to make it. And I do think if Notre Dame goes 10-2, they look. Herrick just this is what I'm talking about. No help needed. What the hell are you talking about? There are other. If these teams don't cannibalize each other, which is possible, right? That
it happens every year. The SEC always kill each other.
But you need that to happen, right?
And then is the help. Oregon and Ohio State, I mean, are going to have some stupid loss that they shouldn't. Like it happens every year. So in a sense, I get what is this Herrick? Herrick is saying. I do think if we go 8 straight, but
I think so too.
But
it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Yeah, I think so. I think there will.
There is going to be help. So,
but yes,
not too worried about it. We'll take care of it ourselves if we just win.
But if there are other 2 lost teams, and Miami and A&M fall apart, and other teams have quality wins, and Notre Dame does not, those teams. Unless the committee is just like, hey, we want Notre Dame in there over Georgia Tech or a 2-loss Vanderbilt or a 2-loss Iowa State or a 2-loss Indiana. And unless it's that,
sure.
And then Notre Dame's getting the benefit of being Notre Dame, then you know.
But again,
it's also a subjective committee.
This is me being biased. The everything's better when Notre Dame's in it.
Oh, hell yes!
You either fucking hate us or you love us. So it doesn't matter. So I do think that I think the committee has no choice but to put us in if we're 10-2. But
okay, so Herrick has changed. He says we do need help. See, so you just went from no help needed at 8:14 and help needed at 8:16. So mission accomplished. Love you too, Herrick. There we go.
Sell out.
Sell out.
Stick to your guns, Herrick. You had me fired up.
Notre Dame's opponents need to win as well. Like, could some of this be semantics? I guess.
Well, I mean, USC stubs their toe. And I love seeing that. So I will never cheer for USC to win a game. I don't care what it is, but yes, of course we want the teams we're playing to win, but the two teams we lost to, if they win and don't just implode, obviously that helps. So I'm just upset at Herrick right now. Turning on me. Got me rattled.
All right, I'm gonna sell out too and read an ad. How about that?
There we go.
We love ESQ. We love ESQ here in this episode. It's brought to you by ESQ, which is seen on all of your favorite Notre Dame players and coaches. It's founded by Notre Dame alum Ga Wang, and ESQ is your go-to spot for the best handmade custom suits, sport coats, tuxedos, shirts, and more. ESQ's master tailors combine next-level craftsmanship with the finest fabrics to deliver a fit that's built just for you. Now with showrooms both downtown Chicago and in Winnetka, book your custom fitting at esqclothing.com. Make sure you mention Blue and Gold at your appointment and receive 10% off your entire purchase. There's Marcus Freeman rocking ESQ. Maybe Mike Singer will be rocking ESQ on a Blue and Gold show soon. That would be amazing. Check it out, esqclothing.com. Really appreciate them for sponsoring this week's Toma's Takes. All right, look, I guess, man, I just got us off topic for like 10 minutes straight. It was good, though.
No, all good.
Are you with me on my take that, like, this was like a turning point of the season? Like, Notre Dame now has like real belief that they all know what they are and that they're gonna be able to do this thing. Like I see your point on the D-line. I think the D-line just is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's like last year's D-line was good up the gut with Howard Cross and Riley Mills. I mean, off the edges, Notre Dame didn't get much pressure last year from its DN. Mm-hmm. So, they just need help from those linebackers, like you said.
Well, I think my overall assessment over the first 4 games is that I think over the last few years we've been so lenient and dependent upon our defense that we're kind of not in this. We're not used to the offense leading from the front, which is what they're doing. Like even when we get in a second and long or a third and long, we got this swagger about us offensively that hopefully the defense carries on. So I mean, I'm very excited to watch a high flying offense, but I do hope that our defense is able to follow their lead.
All right. Did my mic sound off to you for a second, Rob?
It was. I was about to mention something.
Better now?
But you're perfect.
All right. Solid. Sweet. All right. Solid. Thank you guys for letting me know in the chat. TP Adam. It's a real one. It's my buddy TP Adam. He's a huge fan of you, Robbie. He was really pumped up when I told him.
I see him with the Tommy Reese little Abby there. So shout out Tommy.
Different story for a different day. Maybe when we've had some beers. I don't think Tommy Reese likes me very much.
Tommy's a good brother. He's fine.
If he ever comes back to be Notre Dame's head coach, I don't know what that would mean for Mike Singer, but
no.
Different discussion for a different day. But no, he's a good dude. Something simple says Mike and Robbie, just or Roby, or is that a nickname? We can just go with you.
It doesn't matter. I've been called way worse. So have at it. No. Actually, Notre Dame spelt it that way. My mom spells it that way. I leave it as is. Doesn't
Can
matter.
either of
Call
you
me
give your
Bob. Call me
thoughts
Bob for all I care.
as to why KVA isn't playing more?
You know, like when I look in terms of the linebackers right now, I haven't. Again, I don't know what the scheme is, but I haven't seen the linebackers do a lot outside of Bowen. And from what I remember, Free talking about is that all these guys are going to get a lot of snaps. So, you know, I don't know if anybody's clearly separated themselves. And I think that there is a lot of opportunity for them to go ahead and take more snaps. So I don't think it's anything he's done negatively. I just think none of them have separated themselves.
Yeah, I'm looking at the snap counts right now. So Kingston played 30, and Bowen played 50. So Bowen's just out there every play.
Yeah.
Captain, he's just the man, right? And then Osbury's 33, Snead's 22. So the surprise has been there's something about Osbury that maybe Chris Ash just really likes, that Osbury has played this season. Jaden Osbury is at 137 snaps. Kingston's at 151 though. So
yeah, but maybe again, I'm not picking on the kids, but the linebackers have seemed very quiet over the last 4 games. So maybe it's just not really being noticeable, but that 150 snaps, that's still a decent amount.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe Kingston's just not playing Drake Bowen levels, but yeah, Kingston's obviously was a stud. Before we move on, Bart says, off-topic question, Robbie, what was it like to play alongside Tyler Eifert? He is a distant cousin of mine. Loved watching him in the 2012 squad.
Shout out Tyler Eifert, man. I love that guy. He was an absolute warrior. I mean, he always had some of the most amazing catches you'll see. Balls bouncing up and down, one-hand grabs over the middle. He would. No, I'm thinking of the USC game where it went off his chest. Mm-hmm. So the quick pause there. I got you, Mike. But nonetheless, playing with Tyler and almost our entire class was pretty awesome. So shout out Tyler Eifert, man. That guy was a hell of a player and definitely an inspiration for our team that year.
Yeah, appreciate the question, Bart. I guess I asked you a question, then I kind of changed it about the defense. But in terms of just like the season overall, like, do you think that that's a huge confidence boosting win, Robbie? Like now you've proven to yourself you got a winning streak. Like, do you think are you kind of on track with me on this?
I think I thought I heard Freeman mention something that most of us might not notice is a little bit of technique change over the last couple weeks. So I don't know if the kids weren't following technique in the first 2 games, and now they have video proof of what they're doing is working.
Yeah.
So I think it is nobody wants to watch film after a loss. I promise you that, especially after a college football run the way that we had last year. So expectations are high, and for them to see that the work that they're putting in through the week is bearing fruit, I think is important.
Yeah. So in that contest against Arkansas, Notre Dame put up 641 yards, 431 through the air. CJ Carr went 22 of 30 for 354 yards and 4 touchdowns, quarterback rating of 216.5. Notre Dame runs for 4 touchdowns. Your boy Faison, goes for 89 yards. Like
Faison's balling, man.
Faison's balling. So like,
I was pissed. I did not think that penalty in the beginning of the game. I did not think that deserved the penalty, but the guy's willing to do what he needs to do to get other guys open. And CJ actually missed him on that early ball to Greathouse. They ran kind of a little pick play. An option, and Faison was wide open. So that's one of the plays I thought CJ might be kicking himself for. But as great as he was, he still has some room.
Wait, the penalty on Faison? Are you talking about the pick play where like he ran in?
Yes, yeah.
You didn't think that was a penalty?
I thought he was running. I mean, he didn't block the guy. He did not blow up the guy. It's not his fault. He's running to a spot that the guy on his back pushed him in.
No, it was a penalty.
I've run these before and we coached these. I thought that was a very picky play by the officials. And again, I only watched the replay twice, so
I thought it looked
maybe it's just because I'm a big fan of Face On that guy can do nothing wrong right now. But anywho, I do not think that was a illegal pick. Prove me wrong.
TP Adams says wide receiver penalty. Big says you are missing the Dolphins. Thanks for the dedication. I am. I do have it up on my iPad.
A real 0-3 versus 0-3 barn burner.
I know, what a barn burner. It was. Yeah, we got all of you in here watching as well live with us, and I would say thank you for skipping Monday Night Football, but chances are you're watching on your phone and you got it on the TV, or you're not watching it because it's two of the worst teams in the NFL. So yeah, I haven't really been watching, but I do have it on the iPad just in case. But yeah, Dolphins are up, man, right now. So 1-3, man. Here we come. So exciting. So exciting.
Uh-oh.
Big.
You just spoke too soon. Touchdown.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Because
I'm watching on the stream on my iPad, so I'm always like a minute delayed.
That would have been the best right there.
So just like how good is this offense, I guess? Like they scored 24, 40 against A&M, but was a punt block. 56 against Purdue, 56 against Arkansas. Like, dude, like, can they keep this up? Like, do you think they can average like 40 and break a school record again? Like,
well, as far as I know, the O-line's pretty damn healthy.
They are.
So,
Jagisaw looks to be out for the year now, who I think would be the best offensive lineman if he were healthy. So, but obviously he's been out, so far this season. But the guys who are playing are healthy. Yeah.
Well, I think our offense is going to go as far as the O-line, and obviously the running backs are going to take us, right? So, although we did throw for over 400 yards, you can accredit that to 70 yards and a couple screens to the running backs. So, the screens are an extension of the run game. So, that even that touchdown at the end of the first half, we had guys out there blocking.
Yeah.
And the running backs go and make plays. So, I think this offense is extremely explosive and can control the ball game, and that's something that our defense needs, especially for the amount of snaps that they were playing in the first couple games.
All right, when you say that's a common football phrase, right? Like a screen or a bubble screen is a running back, or a bubble screen, tunnel screen, whatever, is an extension of the run game. Like, I've never liked that because I don't. Is it like it's extension of the run game because like you're extending your blockers out? Like, but like, what does that? I've never.
Well,
really...
I think in terms, when you're running the football, you're basically just going and handing the ball off to somebody, right?
Right.
So in terms of the way I look at it is it's a similar run, like the swing pass. You can kind of count it as a toss.
So it's like a toss. Okay.
You're getting guys out in space, and you're able to have them make guys miss, and that's essentially what you're doing in the run game. I mean, a lot of times there's going to be a guy in the hole that the running back has to, or after all the blocking, there's a guy the running back has to make miss in space. So, the way that I look at it is you're designing an easy throw that can be a big hitter.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how I look at it.
I like what you're saying, but like when it's like you're running like doubles out of 10 personnel and you throw like a bubble screen and it's just like one receiver's blocking, it's like that's not an extension of a run game for me when it's like one, it's just like one outside receiver's block. But like, that makes sense. Like, yeah, okay. I like what you're saying. More like the swing pass.
You're playing a numbers game, right? If you got a safety deep, you're in 2-by safety deep, linebackers tucked in a corner. You're hoping that the receiver blocks the corner, and you're hoping that your running or your slot is able to make that guy miss. So
I love
what do we got?
Jordan says it's the toss and extension of the pass game.
No, you know what it is though, Jordan, is that little fucking jet sweep that they actually get in the stat sheet, they get a pass for that. So
hell yeah.
So I think the jet sweep is an extension of the pass game.
That's awesome. I love it. All right, and then switching to the defense.
That's good shit there.
I know, right? Switching to the defense. I mean, like, how much do you think it's they have improved, or do you think there's any like fool's gold in that? Like, yes, they only allowed 13 points, but they gave up 365 yards. I might just be playing devil's advocate here. I'm
Well,
not necessarily.
they still gave up 160 in the run game, which is not ideal. So where are we at now? Over 130 per game now, averaging,
It's not good.
which is not good. And one of the plays that does stick out, which I was more impressed with the DBs than we have been
Yeah.
over the last few weeks, where they seem to be, there wasn't guys open or just running free down the middle for most of the game, right? That we were kind of used to seeing over the last 3 games. But even with the quarterback having a lot of time, I think there was like a 2nd and 5 on Arkansas's second possession, where the quarterback had 8 seconds to throw, and I'm drawing a blank. Schuler had jumped up, made a great play on the ball, but then on 3rd and 5, there's a swing. If that quarterback doesn't throw a shitty swing ball, I think they continue on a 1st down. So there's still a lot of room for improvement defensively, but I was a lot happier with our play in the back end.
Herrick says takeaway QB scrambles. Running game wasn't coming hard from the running backs. I mean, Washington still.
We almost gave up. We almost gave up a fullback dive that almost went for some yards if we didn't trip him up. So there's definitely some areas from the D line.
Yeah, even the scrambles, like, that still count. Like, we're still counting that in the run game. I mean, it's a part of it. But I see what you're saying, Herrick.
It's an extension of the pass game.
Jordan says the defense is an extension of the offense game. There, man.
What a legend,
man.
I love
it. Bill says Tay Johnson is the eraser. That
guy's impressive. There was a few plays I saw him go downhill. One of them he missed on a, I can't remember. He was kind of in the alley with kind of a bigger guy, but he's able to disrupt things, and I think
that
he's
hit was sweet too.
Yeah, he's great. Speaking of hits, did you see my boy Maris Lufau get after that guy for the Packers?
Oh man,
let's go,
Maris.
Shout out Maris.
But yeah, shout out Maris Lufau. Big fans of Maris over on this channel.
Big fan, but no, I mean, if we got violence like that coming out of the secondary, that makes guys think twice about running over the middle. So it's good stuff.
Yeah. I just saw Beaston talk about Penn State. Someone said on the message board, like, man, what a week in college football for, like, Fox's big game is Penn State UCLA. Like, that was the big game they're advertising or whatever. And I commented and I said, yeah, it's a big game when Penn State is, going on game 5 and they're about to finally get their first Power 5 win. Because, like, that's how poorly they scheduled. Like, just the whole discussion about scheduling and how it relates to the college football playoff. Like, it's so complicated because, not to get off track, I mean, shit, whatever, we can talk about it. Like,
yeah, who gives a shit?
You shouldn't be penalized too much for playing Miami and Florida and losing by 4. Like, I think losing to NIU is worth like 1.5 or 1.75 losses, right? But if Miami and Texas A&M do end up as top 10 teams, I feel like that's like worth less than 1 loss, right? It's more like a half loss or a point. You kind of get what I'm saying. Well, I'm sure there's some guy yelling at clouds like, no, a loss is a loss. Like, you guys can understand what I'm saying. Like, but then, like, some wins mean more than other wins. Like, there's a lot to take into to consideration here. And then, like, Penn State is still ranked in the top 10 this season alone. They have done jack shit. They have literally, I mean, they played Oregon well. I mean, they took them to overtime, but otherwise they beat Nevada and an FCS team and some other group of 5 team. Like, they've done nothing.
Well, I do think in terms of playing, what's that term they use in a tune-up game in the longest yard? I think that it's important to have 1 or 2 of those on the schedule a year, but some of these teams,
Notre Dame don't get them early, right? Tune-up game.
Yeah, no,
Week one.
I'm with you. And sometimes mid-season, it's good to have a small. It's not necessarily a bye week, but it's kind of an extra bye, right? Because
Yeah.
your starters are going to play like almost like a scrimmage type, and then you get some quality minutes. So I'm not totally against playing, some cupcakes, but
Just as long as they're not from the
just
MAC.
yeah, exactly. Not Marshall or NIU. The NIU was like the Alabama of the MAC that day, but anywho, no, but I do think when you got teams in the top 10 that are playing those cupcakes, and then we lose to two top 10 teams and we're punished for it, I think that's a shame.
Yeah. But also, I get like, can you really put a 2-2 team in the top 10? Like like I said, there's no perfect system, man. Like
I get it.
yeah, it's tough, but
No, I get it, but we're lucky that like in a sense that we didn't win 10 straight and then lose to A&M and Florida, right, or Miami right at the end of the year, right? If we lose 2 games in a row at the end of the year, we're out
yeah,
of the college football playoffs.
yeah.
So we're never going to get this damn thing perfect. So in a sense, it's better to get those losses out of the way early.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, what's better, to lose to A&M and Miami by 4 points and then win the rest of your schedule, or beat Miami and A&M by 4 points and then lose to the 2 worst teams on your schedule? Like, which is
Well,
worse?
you can't lose
Or
to
which
2
is
of them.
better?
You might be able to lose to 1, but
What do you mean?
no, I'm saying like if we were to lose to 2 MAC teams but beat Miami and
Well, I'm just saying the 2 worst on Notre Dame's schedule. So let's say that's
oh yeah.
Purdue and
I thought we were
Stanford.
going pure hypothetical.
No, like it's probably winning those 2 bigs, but I don't agree with that. Like it's probably the scenario that's better is winning the 2 big games, but like losing
Sure.
should be it should be equal. I feel like that's like
Nothing in life.
winning. I know.
Nothing in life's fair, Mike. Nothing in life's fair.
Am I making sense though, chat? Like do you see what I'm saying, Robbie? Like
Tell him no. Tell him no, chat. Tell him no. Hop on board. Hop on board with your boy. No, I have to disagree with you on that. I mean,
okay.
If we lose to 2 shitty teams, we should not be in the playoff.
Right, but then you beat 2 great teams versus what Notre Dame's going to have now. That's what I'm saying. I
get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it's about the same.
Yeah.
But I think the committee views the scenario where you beat the 2 teams as superior.
But then now we get into more hypotheticals where we're saying, oh well, if we beat Miami and A&M but lose to 2 shitty teams, and Miami and them run the table, how does it look? But if they don't, then how does it look, right? So then it looks like we just have a cupcake schedule. So thanks, Eric. Shout out. Attaboy. Look at all the different ways to spell my name. Robbie, ROBI.
It's on the screen. Wait, how do you do this? There it is. It's right here. Damn spell check. All right. Let me talk about Brunt, sponsor for today's show. We pop this up on the screen. You get 10% off at Brunt with code BGI at bruntworkwear.com/BGI. And you might be like, what is Brunt? Let's talk about it. I've been blown away by their boots right out. And I'm going to grab them in a second. I didn't put them up on the desk. They did send me this nifty hat, though. Do you like the Brunt trucker hat here, bro? Let's throw it on for the ad read. Let's just wear it the rest of the show, bro. I've never worn a hat on the show. What do you think? Sorry, Robbie, I had you muted, bro, because you're coughing.
You're good.
What'd you say?
No, I said, do they send those to Hawaii?
let me ask him, man. I'll get back to you. But yeah, right out of the box, Brunt's boots were insanely comfortable. There's like no break-in period, no sore feet, just straight comfort from day one. And I've worn plenty of boots before. I might not look like much of a blue-collar worker, but I've worn plenty of boots before, and you're usually like limping around for a week afterwards. But for these, that's not the case. They're most comfortable work boots that you're going to find, and they're built tough. It doesn't matter if you need waterproof, safety, toe pull on, lace pull, or lace up. Brunt's got you covered. And I love the story. Founder Eric Girard grew up blue collar, and he built this company because the big brands stopped listening. Every product is named after guys he grew up with, real tradesmen, and you can feel that authenticity in everything that Brunt does. They stand behind their gear, and if it's not right for you, just send it back, no questions asked. Brunt was tired of the workwear brands out there cutting corners. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up. So they built something better, boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site. For a limited time, Blue and Gold listeners and YouTube audience, you guys get $10 off at Brunt when you use code BGI at checkout. Just head to bruntwear.com, use the code BGI, and you're good to go. And after you order, the last where you heard about Brunt, do us a favor and tell them it was from Blue and Gold. Appreciate you, Brunt, for sponsoring today's show. Yeah, man. I'm taking it off. I'm just not, I can't take myself seriously wearing a hat on a YouTube show. But I do like.
I think I did after the first L, and we're all black. Anyway, we're not here to talk about losses. We're not here to talk about losses.
No, we're not. Do you want to talk? You want to talk some film though?
Yeah, let's roll.
You know what? Give me 1 second, Robbie. Can you just?
Nope.
Can you just talk to the chat for a second? Give me a second.
Talk to the chat. Wow, this is huge. Yeah, I think one of the more impressive things was the O-line. I know that we've talked about that a little bit, but before we get into film, I have a couple of plays that really stuck out in my mind. Was a second 18. Oh, there is the those are nice.
They are, dude. These are sick.
Nice. Those are nice boots.
Brunt boots
those are nice
sick.
Boots.
Yeah, what are we talking about, Rob?
I was excited about a particular play. I don't think we have it on film, but the second and 18 early in the game, where the O-line gave him a huge amount of time, and we went into what's called like a triangle read, where we have a mesh coming. He's able to read high-low with a dig coming around the back. So even though Malachi fell, the O-line gave him so much time that we were able to pick that apart. So really, really excited about the O-line.
Yeah, I think for as much as love Carr's getting in these two backs for scoring 12 touchdowns in 2 games, the O-line is really the engine behind making all of this happen. So completely agree with you there. All right, bro. For folks listening on podcast, we are 43 minutes and 10 seconds in. Maybe you pause this and finish it on YouTube. We're going to watch some film. It's not going to be the best, podcast product, but I just want to give you a little warning for those listening to this pod. But yeah, this is the J Love touchdown, man. I don't know if it made SC top 10, but it should have. So tell me about what you saw on this play.
No, I think you got one of those mesh reads where you're getting a slight pick play with motion coming in. Is that Greathouse or is that Fields? I can't tell who that is. Or Reardon
at the top of the screen. Oh yeah, that's Reardon.
Yeah, so you get a couple big bodies coming in, and you get Love on a wheel route, and this guy just makes an unbelievable play from the running back position where it's almost like he's got eyes behind his head.
So right here,
stops on a dime. Yep.
You should get smoked, right? This should be a gain of 2 yards, and
well, but if technique. You edit to it, this is awesome by CJ. Which CJ, if he obviously throws it ahead of him, he's going to get smoked. But CJ throws what's called a back shoulder, which everybody on this pod understands, and is able to stop on a dime and just be an athlete.
Yeah. I mean, he senses the pressure. I mean, it's also right in front of him. But they bring a little nickel blitz here, and he's just able to get rid of the football real quick, man. This is the only place he could go with the ball. But yeah, it's good work.
Great play.
Let's see what we got on this one.
Is this our boy Pauling?
Dude, the pocket. The pocket is what you talk about here. All right, let's count this out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. About 3.5.
Yep.
And at that point, still, he could have sat there for another couple seconds, stepped up in the pocket. So what's he reading here? Tell me about like the route concepts that you're seeing.
Let's take a look. We got it looks like very similar. It looks like very similar to that mesh. We call that considered a triangle read, where he's got the under coming, and based on what the backers do, we got a dig. I don't know if he looks like he's supposed to run a dig, but Pauling looks like a little bit rerouted, turns into kind of a post, but wide open.
Yeah, he just kind of sits down there, and
I actually, as a slotback, I used to love this concept, because if you got a guy like Tyler Eifert coming across the formation, and you're able to sneak right behind.
Yeah, look at these 3 backers.
Yep.
No one sees what's behind. I mean, there's a breakdown in coverage some here. I don't know, like if this is just like a coverage.
Well, they're in coverage, maybe just not where they're supposed to be. Maybe that backer, that middle backer, it looks like with those safeties so wide, maybe that backer is supposed to be in a Tampa 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Where he's got one of the deep thirds, and just like it says, I believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers make that defense famous.
Yeah. I think it was Monty Kiffin, right? I read Eric or Tony Dungy's book about it back in the day. It's like 20 years ago.
But yeah, I think that might be the breaking coverage from Arkansas standpoint.
All right, so 21-10, still a ball game.
Mm-hmm.
6 minutes left in the first half. The Notre Dame has a little play action.
Yep.
It's like, all right, Carr's gonna throw over here to Faison or Raritan. No, throws back. And I mean, just
look at the big boys. Look, I mean, I remember going back to Notre Dame games, and I just see how giant these guys are. I have no idea how I survived for 4 years without a major injury or dying. So, man.
I mean, he goes untouched though. But I mean, it's a great play design on the play action. You wouldn't think it's a throwback screen. Arkansas bites on it so hard. I mean, look at the D line. 3 of them.
If you get a player like Jeremiah Love untouched, that means it's a hell of a design.
Yeah,
especially with what is it, 35 yards. That's a great design. And like we said earlier, Denbrock was dealing.
Yeah. Also, I think an underrated part of this play is just like Carr's athleticism on display. Like, you still have to kind of like throw off your back foot and like work the arm angle, and he throws a perfect ball. Like, you could see that sailing
what do they call it? Throwing it off platform.
Yeah.
So, he's able to, his back's completely turned, and I mean, that they rep this a lot, just with how great the timing was.
Yeah, I mean, he's here, and now he's got to turn on a dime and find Love with a defender in his face, fade away, throw that ball. It's not the easiest pass out there. And I mean, he's so good. I came into this season very undecided on Carr. I mean, like, yeah, which makes sense. But like when Sam Hartman came in, I was like, dude, I'm all in on Hartman, like from the get-go. Carr, I was like, man, I don't know, man.
Is Angeli still the leading passer in the country right now?
Probably not now after he got hurt.
I'm just thinking in terms of having to let go of a guy like Angeli. Shows Freeman and the staff knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
I mean, when you watch Carr and his command of the offense, it's definitely impressive.
Yeah, the most first half passing yards by any Irish quarterback since 2008. Had a decent quarterback named Clausen back in that year. So he goes 294 and 4 touchdowns. Yeah, you can't say enough good things about this guy.
Yep. I mean, he's unbelievable.
All right, moving along. I don't know which one we have here.
Did we have that corner out from Love?
Did we have that corner?
Like corner routes with
Uh,
Love. I thought we had that loaded
yeah, I got
up.
it. I got it.
That was probably my favorite play of the game.
We'll get there. I don't remember what this play was.
What was this one? Oh, this is Price.
Oh, dude, yo, I liked this one, and he just goes untouched
Dude,
too. Like,
this
I don't know how much
every
of this
time
is just bad Arkansas defense, but like
every
when I
time he touches the football, though, he makes a play. I
like
know that's
right
another no shit Sherlock, but when he's in the game, like our defense is thinking that we're not going to hand it off makes no sense.
looking at this screenshot, he just got the ball. There's no way this should be a touchdown, right? Got this defender coming in.
Well, look, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Is that a guard pulling?
Yeah, it
Sorry,
is.
this
You're
is
right.
a
No,
video.
I
Look
think
at
that's
that.
the center. I think that's Craig.
Is that little?
Yeah, that's Craig.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Those are some hogs coming across,
Still,
man.
for it to be in this position and he goes untouched.
Yep, it's unbelievable. I mean, that's why we're saying the O line is playing at an elite
Yeah,
level, which
they
is
blocked this
nice.
well. I still think Arkansas's defense just really sucks. But yeah, I think Craig's done. I mean, you got two pullers here. Yeah,
Mhm.
Raritan with a nice
Arkansas's defense is terrible, but we're performing against teams we should,
at 100%.
which is great.
Yeah, TP says the fact we still have multiple years of CJ. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. We are very lucky, and we got to make sure that we keep protecting him and get some weapons around him.
Yeah. All right, I got that the corner for you.
So yeah, this is probably. Did he motion there? I thought he had motion there.
I don't have it before.
I think it got cut, but I mean this. You know when they said that Jeremiah Love was playing a little bit of receiver during what was it, spring ball or you know, I guess this is the vision they had. This is the Trojan concept we used to have, where the number 3 runs a corner route. We got 2 ins by the 2 outside receivers, just creating a one-on-one matchup. And man, you don't think a running back's going to be able to run that, and he runs one of the best corner routes I've seen. A lot of kids, right when they get contacted, see he gets contacted on the 8-yard line, they will break already, but he still gets vertical after getting hit and keeps going and makes that guy look like a fool.
I remember the announcers were talking like, because they called it defensive pass interference or a holding on this, and then they showed a replay back, and the announcers were like, "Oh man, I don't know, could have been a push off on Love." Of course, you
Oh gosh, no, he's. Hey, listen, I'm very.
It's probably just a no call on both.
Hard on receivers, but I mean, it's called a reroute, right? The guy's trying to reroute him and get hands on him, but you know.
Can we also talk about this pocket? Dude, look at this.
Yep.
Could you have drawn that up any better? And they bring.
I thought you were gonna ask if I could have thrown in that. I'd be like, dude, I can't even see over the damn line of scrimmage, so probably not.
Yeah,
but I mean, unbelievable pocket.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
they got one high, so they got to be sending 5, right?
Yeah, they did.
1, 2. Yeah, they sent 5. So the fact that he's
cover one man.
Yeah, so we got 5 on 5, and our guys do a hell of a job.
Also, look at this. Look at the middle safety, though. All right, Carr's
looking left here, right?
But now he's looking to J Love, and the safety steps up.
Yeah, again, bad ball.
What the hell he was.
Bad ball.
Also, Jaden Greathouse. Look at Jaden Greathouse turning around the DB on the end. He was also wide open.
Yeah, Greathouse got some skill, man.
Yeah, he does. He does. All right, you're down a little bit on the D line, but we do have a couple plays. From them, man. Boubacar Traore getting a sack. So like,
oh yeah, this was on a screen.
Yeah, that's true. So it's not really like a traditional sack. But Jason Anye does a great job reading that. I don't know how.
How about is that Rubio?
Yes.
How about Rubio? Watch it. Watch this agility. Watch this guy. Stops on a dime. Boop. He was ready.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He was ready.
It looks like a DB there.
Did they? But it looks like they had 2 screens set up. So if he went down, if he went down here, if he went down to the numbers,
That's
Ooh,
a touchdown.
that it could have been a little bit of a problem. So I think it might be a good thing this quarterback didn't know what he was doing on that play.
Yeah, I still think he should have thrown the ball right here. You see him pump, he hesitates. Should have thrown that ball. Like Jason Onyé does recover, but I don't know how Onyé read that this was a screen. Maybe he hears his Bones yelling at him screen, but I mean he has a nice play.
The play design with the double screen, I think he should have thrown that swing. So
Yeah,
our defense got bailed out there.
Dolphins are up 16-3. Wait,
Oh
okay.
wow!
All right, we'll have to watch that back. And then one more sack here. Oh, hold on.
Was this our boy Botello?
It is.
Shout out Jordan.
I did that just for you.
Man, again, every time I hear his name, I get nightmares of coaching against him in high school. But yeah, I mean, his strength and his just how violent the guy plays, it's impressive.
Now, okay, when I first watched this, I was like, how much of this is also a cover sack, right? So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. I mean, so it's you all. I'm not like trying to discredit Botelho,
no,
the D-line, but like
it is second and 25. So you kind of want to have a let everything go in front of you and not give everything behind you. So yes, it's a coverage sack, but nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to like credit because like so much of the issues had been
the marriage.
Yeah, and here it is, like defense.
No, this is great
coverage.
So instead of I think in the last couple of games that quarterback would sneak out, but Botello's able to close the pocket and not give him an access out of there.
That's all the film I had, but here's this. Notre Dame quarterback CJ Carr's pass efficiency rating climbed to 181.1 after the Arkansas win. That's number 10 nationally. I still don't really understand exactly what it means. Eric tried to explain it to me once, and I don't really. I was producing a show. I don't know.
Are you talking about the math ain't mathin'.
The math ain't mathin' for me. I'm not that smart.
Mathin', so
I didn't go to Notre Dame. Like Robbie did. So he's anyways.
Math still ain't mathin'. What was it? It was football first. Oh no, it was school first, football second. That's what Kelly. It was school first, football second. That's how I always live my life. So in college, but hey,
that's funny.
Kids, if any parents are out there, don't let your kids hear that
one. Anyways, 10th nationally, one spot behind Dante Moore, who's like a Heisman. God, it's early to talk about Heisman, but Dante Moore's a favorite right now. He's one spot behind Dante, and then Carr's. This is the important part. Carr's rating is 20 points higher than the single season Notre Dame school record. Which, look, 181. There's no way he's going to keep that up all season. But if you're in even close to the conversation, that's damn impressive.
No, agreed. But what is it? The extension of the run game? No. CJ is doing a hell of a job, man, and I'm excited that we finally got this thing rolling.
Bo says, nice to see Mike Singer knows how to count as Mississippi. Hey, man, I learned one thing in school.
He was Russian before he got to 3 Mississippi. I promise you that.
I wanted to pop this up. Something simple says, oh, wait, no, this is not the I queued up the wrong one. He mentioned, wait, let me see if I can. Oh, Tim Go Irish said, will you please inform Jack to stop pissing off our coach during press conference? Bro, Jack Sobel, my coworker, said he asked Freeman a question about, I think it was like Cole Mullins, a backup defensive lineman, and said, I know it's garbage time or something like that. And coach did not like that.
Ooh.
But no, it was very respectful and playful.
I know, but tell Jack lock in.
And Jack said, for the lack of a better term. So he did.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're going to say something that's
it's like saying no offense, but to someone, it's like, all right, you're about to get offended. But no, that was great. Freeman handled that great. I loved Freeman's answer to that too about like how they're evaluating the second team guys. Like, but I saw that. So, anyways, all right. So, Robbie, next time I will see you. Do you coach a game on Saturday in case there's a delay? Or are you good?
We don't coach a game on Saturday, so I should be there for the post game reaction. I might have a couple of beers in me, so
yes,
strap up. Let's strap up.
Hey man, wait, have you seen the Shane Gillis SNL skit of Couple of Beers? Oh, you haven't.
I have. No, a couple of beers. That's the one with the family, with the sit down waiting for him.
I don't know.
It's a part of it. A couple of beers fixes your anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen it.
They show it like
I'm a huge Shane Gillis fan. That guy's awesome.
Oh, I love Shane Gillis too. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, yeah, just bring your couple of beers and you'll be all right. Just don't make it like 7, and should be all right.
Yeah.
Keep it a couple of.
Okay, I'll keep it at a couple of.
All right. So, anyways, we'll do the post game show with Robbie. I will actually be in the press box. I'm going to be attending the game on Saturday. I fly into Chicago Friday, go see a game with several top Notre Dame recruits in the 27 class. Sounds like Robbie needs a prescription for a couple of beers, says Eric. I'm going to
Amen, Eric.
And then I'm driving to South Bend Saturday for the game, heading back to Chicago after the game, after our show, and then flying out of Chicago to head home at like 6 a.m. It's gonna be a freaking tiring weekend. I'm 32 now. It's like, oh, it's gonna be awesome.
I've done that from there to Hawaii, so I don't want to hear it.
I know. It's just I'm gonna be running on 3 hours of sleep, but
you got it.
I got it. I could do that a lot better in my like mid-20s. Now I'm 32, which I know I'm young still, but it's like it's a little bit different now, man. Running on that.
I hear you.
Some things, travel decisions I used to make when I was 25, I can't do when I'm 32 now. It's just different.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so if you guys are at the Boise State game, find me. I'll be there. Folks, please hit the thumbs up. Great stuff with Robbie Toma today. If you're just joining us, rewind, watch from the beginning. We talk college football playoff, like 10-2, and around the corner for the Irish. Robbie and I got in a big fight, dropped F-bombs on each other. He flipped me off. Seriously, watch the beginning of the show. Really appreciate you, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you guys next time.
Have a good day, Mike.
Yep.
We'll see you guys later.